Attention passionate Pittsburgh Steelers fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the AFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Pittsburgh Steelers' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Pittsburgh Steelers fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and Pittsburgh Steelers fans. Let's get to the news now. Let's talk about a rumor that's been buzzing around the NFL circles lately, and it's one that could have seismic repercussions for the Steelers and the entire AFC North. Word on the street is that the Minnesota Vikings, currently sitting at 5-8 and clearly in a rebuild mode while managing an $18 million cap space, might be making a bold move by trading their superstar wide receiver, Justin Jefferson, to Pittsburgh. That's right, the same Jefferson who has been one of the most electrifying playmakers in the league over the past few seasons. The whispers are that the Vikings are focusing on stockpiling draft picks and cap space to rebuild around a young quarterback, and Jefferson could be the key piece to accelerate that process. Now, if this trade actually goes down, it would be nothing short of revolutionary for the Steelers. Picture this: Jefferson, a legit game changer, matching up with the Steelers' already talented core of receivers, but bringing an explosiveness that Pittsburgh has desperately been missing. Jefferson isn't just any receiver. He's a receiver who can take over games with his speed, route running, and YAC ability, making defenses pay dearly for any missed tackles. His ability to turn short catches into long gains is second to none in the league, and he's proven to be a reliable target with just under 65 receptions in 2025, 109 targets, 810 yards, and 12.7 yards per catch, along with 2 touchdowns. His yards per game average is 62.3, and he's been graded quite highly by PFF at 88.7, showing how much of an impact he makes every time he's on the field. Jefferson's career stats are staggering: over 500 yards receiving and 38 touchdowns with 3 All-Pro selections, and a career PFF grade of 92.1. But what makes this move even more interesting for Steelers fans is how Jefferson could perfectly complement what Pittsburgh is trying to build on offense. Steelers have been focusing on their passing attack, but they need that one explosive weapon to truly elevate the offense to a new level. Pickens has shown flashes, but adding Jefferson would give quarterback Kenny Pickett a true game changer, someone who can consistently threaten defenses vertically and in the middle of the field. It's not just about adding yards, it's about transforming the entire offense into a more dynamic, unpredictable unit capable of taking control of games when it counts most. Jefferson's presence could be the X factor that turns the Steelers from a solid team into a legitimate playoff contender, possibly even a Super Bowl favorite. The Vikings, on the other hand, are in a tough spot. Allowing 6 points per game, they've struggled on both sides of the ball, especially on the offensive line and defense. The post-Kirk Cousins era has been rough, and it's clear they're looking to reset with younger talent and draft capital. Trading Jefferson now makes sense for them, especially if they can secure a hefty haul in return. Rumors suggest that the Vikings are eyeing a second-round pick in 2026 and a third-round pick in 2027 in exchange for Jefferson. That's a significant return for a player of his caliber, and it would also free up cap space for the Vikings to address other needs. For the Steelers, acquiring Jefferson would be a bold move, but one that makes a ton of sense if the price is right. The Steelers have been building a tough, competitive roster for years, and now it's about finding that extra gear, that one piece that can elevate the team into Super Bowl contention. With Jefferson, they'd not only have a receiver who can stretch the field, but also someone who can be a reliable target on third downs, boosting their conversion rate from a current 40% to near 50%. That kind of upgrade can be the difference in tight games, especially in the playoffs. Plus, Jefferson's ability to gain YAC, yards after catch, averaging around 4.2 yards per reception, could open up new options for Kenny Pickett, giving him a reliable target who can create separation and make plays happen even when the pocket breaks down. From a strategic standpoint, this potential trade could redefine how the Steelers approach their offense. Jefferson's presence would force defenses to double him, opening up opportunities for other receivers and tight ends. It would also give Pittsburgh a true deep threat, something they've been missing in recent seasons. The Steelers' offense has been somewhat stagnant at times, primarily relying on a steady but not explosive passing game. Jefferson could change that narrative overnight, providing the kind of big play ability that can swing momentum and carry the team in critical moments. In a league where the game is increasingly about explosive plays, having a receiver like Jefferson could be the ultimate game changer. Now let's not forget the broader implications. If the Steelers pull this off, it would send shockwaves through the AFC North. The Bengals and Ravens would have to respond, possibly making moves of their own to counter Pittsburgh's new weapon. It could shift the power balance in the division, making the Steelers a more formidable opponent in the playoff hunt and beyond. Plus, Jefferson's addition could boost the Steelers' Super Bowl odds significantly. Right now, they're sitting around plus 2,000 in some betting markets, but with a player of Jefferson's caliber, those odds could tighten to something like plus 850, reflecting a real contender status. It's a move that could transform Pittsburgh's offense into one of the league's most dangerous, especially if they pair Jefferson with the emerging talents already in place. Of course, such a trade isn't without risks. The Vikings would be looking for a significant return, and the Steelers would need to clear some cap space to make it happen. There's also always the question of how well Jefferson would fit into Pittsburgh's system. Though given his skill set and history, he's a plug-and-play star who can thrive anywhere. But Steelers fans know that sometimes, to reach the ultimate goal, you need to swing for the fences. Jefferson could be that game-changing piece that propels Pittsburgh back into Super Bowl contention, reminiscent of the days when the team's offense was led by true game-breakers. Looking ahead, it's easy to get excited about what Jefferson could bring to the Steelers. His ability to turn short passes into big gains, his elite YAC, and his knack for making plays on third down would immediately elevate the team's offense. Kenny Pickett would have a true weapon to lean on, and the entire offense would become more unpredictable and explosive. It's the kind of move that can define a franchise's season, especially if it's executed with the right draft picks and cap management. So, Steelers fans, keep your eyes peeled because this rumor could turn into a reality, and if it does, it might just be the move that pushes Pittsburgh back into the Super Bowl spotlight. The AFC North is fierce, and every team is looking to find that one piece that makes the difference. For Pittsburgh, adding Justin Jefferson could be exactly what they need to be that team. Whether or not this trade materializes, one thing is clear. The Steelers are always looking for ways to get better, to push toward that elusive sixth Lombardi, and Jefferson could be the missing link. And now, Pittsburgh Steelers fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and TO, the Pittsburgh Steelers. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Pittsburgh Steelers news.